This is bad. Really bad. Because now I want to play Lord of the Rings Online. I'm listening to Drums in the Deep from Lord of the Rings Online Mines of Moria expansion. It's really good. Every time I hear the Mines of Moria, I just think, you shall not pass! And as a Lord of the Rings movie fan, I naturally am inclined to immediately like this. So let's just dive right into this Lord of the Rings Online Mines of Moria, Drums in the Deep. Ooh, we love tension. We love tension in a game. We love tension in a soundtrack. First of all, boom, boom, brum. You hear the mine. You hear this depth. You hear the echo in the drum. Once the mallet hits the drum, you feel this sort of echo, and you have this tension being chased by orcs, especially if Lord of the Rings Online is super based off of the movies and the books. So there's this, real tension, terse, fearful sound here that we hear in this very low end of the soundscape, with the intention of causing fear, distress, unrest in us, a player. I love when in the strings we have this sort of like tsunami sound where we feel like we're spinning. We feel like there's a few like images that come to my mind. There's a feeling of fire being part of I think of the Balrog, and I picture flames and fire and a swirling fire tornado or something. But then I also think about like going deeper into the mine, and there's a stairwell, and you're running down and you're climbing and you're going into different rooms and different places where you can hide. And also too, I mean, ba da da da, and then you've got the chorus underneath that's doubling the low brass and the low strings, and it's exhilarating to hear. It's very, I just love when a game, first of all, this sounds like it's straight out of the movie. I mean, the tension is fantastic, and I just love how complex this is. It's cool because you hear the women over top, but then you've got the men going, sharp, sharp, and I think we get this duality so frequently in games where we have the soprano voices. I mentioned this like in 8 different videos. The soprano voice is always the sopranos and the altos tend to be this celestial, above the clouds, sort of, hope and, just trying to do their best. And then you've got the men's voice, which symbolizes hate, anger, rage, violence. And this juxtaposition is used all the time. And I think it really is interesting here because we're taking turns between the two, and I think it's like, oh my god, we can make it, we can turn into this corner, and then we turn into the corner, it's like, oh, there's a bunch of orcs, and that's when the men come in, and you, oh my gosh, so there's this constant battle between opposing forces that I think as listeners, not only does it layer and structure the orchestration, but it also is just very interesting to listen to. Oh, that sounds like Night on Bald Mountain. Do you hear that? Yeah, it sounds like that. That's cool. You hear like essentially what I hear when I listen to this is like evil. I hear demons. I hear the devil. I hear hatred. I hear hatred set to music. There's this sort of like the bottom pits of hell kind of that come out of it. I'm talking about Casa Doom. Also, I love that you hear the hammer at the mines. You hear that gong, pop. It's fun. What's freaking sick about that is that we don't actually know how it ends, right? Because we thong, it can mean you finally face your maker, right? It could mean that you managed to escape within an inch of your life from the mines of Moria. It could mean anything, but it doesn't sound great, you know? There's a whole bunch of possibilities here, and I love that essentially it allows us as listeners, it ends us on a cliffhanger, which is really tense and really, it's good. This is so cool. Lord of the Rings Online. You know, I've always been really curious about Lord of the Rings Online. Have you played Lord of the Rings Online? Is it a game worth experiencing in 2022? It sounds enticing as hell. So that was fun. I really love like discovering this new music that is not something that I have listened to before or experienced before. Really interesting stuff. If you want to support the channel, there's links in the About section. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like. Thanks a lot. It means a lot. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.